Hey, what's up, you guys? This is bugemalot, the garden gnome here, and today I'm gonna take you on a little tour of my garden. I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I did, some of the stuff that grew, some of the stuff that didn't, some mistakes that I made, also some stuff that I found out to bring the cost down and stuff like that. So you guys, here we go. We're gonna go on the tour. Now, you guys, I'm not really the little gnome, as you know. It's just a little bird feeder that we had gotten. It's not really stable, so I just put it up against the wall, threw some rocks in it to hold it down a little bit. Now right here I made a little path right here, and I thought it looked really cool, but I thought it would look cooler if I just put some blue rocks there and make it look like a little water thing. I also got a little water fountain pump that I'm gonna put on the top there, but I gotta clean this out and stuff. You'll see how it looks like in the next video, you guys, but let's just move on and see the rest of the garden. Now first I'm gonna bring you this way so you can see some of the little roses. Now this one right here, you guys, did not make it. That's because we kind of walked through here and I think everybody has stepped on that rose right there. All right, now in between these roses here, we made some holes because come this spring we're gonna be planting some trees too. That's gonna be very nice. Now these right here did do well. They're growing. It's just cold right now, you guys, so nothing's really growing at the moment. And right there where that little box is another hole. Trash is just falling into all these holes. And these are the rest of my little, what's it called, roses here. Roses, and then another hole over there. Look, this one has a little rose on it. So that one's pretty cool, but it just rained, so I don't know if it's gonna bloom very nicely or not. Alright, now we're going to move on here to the front of the house. I'm going to show you a little bit more of the decoration here that we put in. See these stones right here? And my sun right there. Now you guys, these little pieces right here, like I say, you know, to keep the cost down, these little stones, if you look at them at the store, each one piece like this is like $2.50, something like that. So this whole thing, I don't know how much it would have cost. But I got all this stuff for free off of Craigslist, you guys. So look on Craigslist and you're going to find some stuff people don't want. And, you know, you could make it look nice in your place. Now, some stuff I did have to get, like these chairs right here and the pot right there. But I thought it was totally worth it because it looks very nice. See this painting over here. Very nice little painting that I got. My neighbor was actually throwing that one out, so I just asked him if I could have it and put it in my garden here. Looks really nice. Now right here, you guys, we have what is this, a red raspberry. No, it's not looking so good because during the winter I didn't water it enough, but now I got the watering down for the winter. During the summer, man, they looked a lot better, so I'll show you what those what they look like, what they will look like in the summer. This one right here actually gave me just one raspberry, but this garden's only 9 months old, so they really shouldn't be giving me anything till about this year, maybe even next year. These grapes haven't given me anything yet. All right here we got some dragon fruit, and these are just cuttings, you guys. I'm still trying to make them grow. I think I might have over-watered them a little bit because they're kind of like soft right here. But I'm going to take these off. I didn't want to take them off at first, but I'm going to take them off. I stopped watering them. However, I do see that this one right here is starting to rot a little bit. So I'm just going to cut it back and replant it. Over here, you guys, I'm going to try to put a little mesh, and I'm going to show you a good example of what I'm talking about. And the reason I want to do that is because this grape tree right here, see, I got this trellis, and I want the grapes to go over the trellis and up on that wall right there. So I'm gonna give you an example of that in the back. Now you guys, I did try to grow one time before and nothing grew because I wasn't watering it enough. So I put in this drip system right here. Now you guys, this drip system is really easy. I'm not gonna go into detail, very much detail, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is. Now you have this thing right here going into the hose. That's a little timer. All right, you guys, and then everything else just kind of connects. You just cut it to length, and then you use connectors, little pieces like this. Like if you see right here, is a bend. So I just cut my pipe to length, use a bend, and then I did the same thing here. See, just cut it to length and use another bend. So it's like Legos or connects or whatever. Let me got a call coming in. I hope that doesn't show up on the... Yeah, and then from there you guys just get these little drip lines and your drippers and just connect them. It's really easy. I'll probably make another video go into detail so that you can know how to water your plants. That's pretty much what kept my garden alive this whole time. Now, the one thing that I did mess up on, you guys, is not feeding them. I gave them water, but didn't give them food. So now I know that I have to feed them. And you just feed them like once every 3 months or so with the stuff that I'm using. I'll make another video to show you what that's about. Now this right here, you guys, is my tomato plant. It gave me a whole bunch of tomatoes during the spring. It gave me so many that I didn't even know what to do. I had to make like tomato soup. I got that many tomatoes off of this plant. So that was really cool. That's what kind of wanted me to keep going, you guys. Now right here we have like some kind of like oregano or something right here. This was pretty cool. We used a little bit of it in our cooking, but the one that did really good, you guys, I think it went dormant on us right now. I don't know if it rotted out, but this zucchini plant here, you guys, and this thing gave me so much zucchini. I was just eating this thing though. I ate a whole lot of zucchini this year. Now we did have some other stuff here, like a little cactus and stuff like that, but those cactus don't like to get wet so much, so they didn't do well. And then we had like some tea stuff here. I don't know which one this is, but we had chamomile and we had lavender, but those disappeared. Now over here we have a little tiki man that we had gotten because they lit up. So I had put it like on my fence, but he started lighting up. So what I did, I just put my aloe on it. You see my little aloe tree up there? It looks like a pineapple's coming out of the tiki man's head. I thought that looked so cool, so you know, we just did that. Now I'm gonna move you on to the rest of the garden here. I'll show you my other little tiki man. This is just the front driveway here. See, I got another little tiki man here. No, it looks pretty cool. If I could step back and show you. But and up there I have the, what is he? He's the one that's watching over the garden, you guys. He's keeping all the bad juju away from the garden here. All right, you guys, so moving on, over here we plan to put a lemon tree pretty soon, once the spring comes, right in that hole. But if you see, you guys, it's just a bunch of rocks. So we came up with a little idea that a lot of people have used before. We just took this idea that I think is going to work for us, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. Now these are some other roses, and these roses are doing really good. There's just nothing on them right now. Like I said, you know, it's a little cold out right now, but as you can see, we do have a little flower coming out on this one, and this one right here kind of bloomed, but it got wet, so not so good. Now you guys, you see, I followed my line. I brought it all the way down. This watering these right here, and I put these fence up right here because in between each one of these roses I'm gonna try to put some more grapes. So on those fences right there, that's where my grapes are gonna be at. Let's hope the tree that I put doesn't shade out the whole grape stuff that I'm doing here. Now I'm gonna move you guys out into the back, show you some more of the stuff that I did to cut down cost, and some ideas that we had and stuff that we just found. Now, this is my dog. This is his spot right here, so I really didn't want to put nothing here so that my dog could have a space for himself, you know. So this is what we found, you guys. Tires. So that bed out front did cost me a good amount. So we're going to use some tires to do some of the planting for some of the stuff. Not everything, you guys. Some of the things. We're going to use this right here. Right now I got this fence that was given to me by a friend that we were supposed to put up on this particular area that we never really did use. So what we're going to do is go ahead and use this as a trellis. We're going to use it as a trellis for the small like melons, cucumbers, um, maybe even some small watermelons and stuff like that. So everything could climb up this little trellis thing right here. Now, since you saw my dragon fruit that I had out there, um, I never seen anybody use a trellis like this. But we built this one to see if it would even work, really. And if not, the garden's always ever changing, so we'll come up with another idea. Another thing, like I was telling you, that front box that I had out there kind of looks like this, right? But those were really expensive. This one right here, I actually got for free. We seen a bookcase. It was like a bookcase entertainment system or something, right? And all we did was just take the back part off and just use the box part as a bed. And that really brought down costs, because we have to buy the dirt, and the dirt, gets expensive. In here, there's like, oh, I don't know, maybe 4-6 bags or something of dirt. It gets expensive, you guys. But here I got my jalapeno pepper, and these are growing, you guys. They're still growing. They grew throughout. They just kept growing. They just keep giving me jalapenos, which is pretty cool. Here I have a little red one that I never harvested, so I just threw it in the bed right there, you guys. Oh, another thing, like I told you, during the winter I brought my watering down a little bit, so these jalapeno peppers are super hot. Now over here we have like some bell pepper, and these are still giving me some peppers, but I don't know, they're not really growing that big. I don't know if it's because it's the winter, but we did get some. Another one that gave me a lot, not that orange bell pepper, I think we had some of that, but this thing wants to give me a lot of food right here. This some chile pasilla, which is good to make some chile rellenos. Look, I got this one right here and that one right there. Yeah, so there's some good eating, you guys. Now, moving on, I'm gonna show you some more of the tire stuff that we just threw some dirt in there because we were ready to plant some stuff, but we're waiting till winter comes, right? Now these back here, you guys, that little palm tree back there, it actually just grows out here because we're in the desert, you guys. So that thing just wants to keep growing. I keep cutting it back, anyways, right here we have some more planters, and each one of these planters, you guys, I plan to put trees back here, some kind of fruit trees and stuff. This one right here, you guys, you see I keep cutting it back and it keeps growing, but it's pretty cool because these are pretty expensive if you look at them at like in Home Depot, stuff like that. And I mean, they're just growing out here like weeds, so I figure it's pretty cool. We'll just cut it back as it needs to be. Now over here, you guys, this is what I was talking to you about, those grapefruit trees, the grape vines, right? This is the mesh that I was talking to you about that I want to put out front. This is just some garden mesh, and I just put it up on what's it called? This little cover area here in the backyard. So in between the poles, we just put the mesh, and then with the zip ties, we tied them. So on each one of these poles, we're going to try to put, like right here, right in front of it, we're going to try to put some grapes, and then just let them grow all throughout this right here, so I could get some shade when I'm chilling right there on my hammock. Now, you guys, like I was telling you, to keep down some of the cost, I did go get this rock, which is very expensive. So this gentleman, he didn't want all this rock. All I had to do was go pick it up. So eventually I might use it in my garden, put it in like little pathways, walkways and stuff like that, and I hope it looks very nice by the time that we're done with that here. Yeah, you guys, so going back over here, like I said, all these tires in the back, instead of digging holes, oh look, we have holes all over the place, but we really can't go too deep. It just wouldn't let me, and to make this many holes back here by hand, you guys, would just be ridiculous. Yeah, if I'm trying to do all this in 1 year, it's just not gonna happen. It's very hard. This soil out here is super hard. Well, right now it's wet. It's actually not that bad, but yeah, if you see this, like right here, it just gets harder and harder. So we're just going to use those tires for some of the stuff. Now, this little, we have some more right here, which we haven't planted anything in it. We're just setting up the garden pretty much, you know. And this is what I wanted to show you before we put things in, so you can see the difference between now and when the spring comes, when we actually are putting everything in. This right here, you guys, is my little fireplace. All right, I created a pathway right here. I created a pathway so I could walk up to my fireplace up there, you know, and I had some chairs out there so I could just chill. Like right now that it's cold, you know, just chill by the fireplace. But I think I'm gonna take that one off and use this space better, just the whole space, just to put on some more trees and stuff. Now here I have some tomato plants here, and these right here were in the garden center and they weren't doing so well, you guys. So they had them on special, like 5 for 10 or something like that. I don't know, it was really cheap, and I just thought, you know what, I could save them. And I was only able to really save 2 out of the 5, I believe. But they're doing really good. The stems are, you know, I cut them back just so that I could get the stem really strong. So I expect a whole lot of food from this, you know. Hopefully it works out. This one right here, you guys, I forgot what this is. Let's take a quick look, because yeah, I really don't know what it is. I think this is my eggplant, actually. And you know what, I got 2 little eggplants out of this thing, but when I put it in, it was so young and it didn't come out till like the winter time. So I just cut it back, you guys, because that fruit didn't come out very good. But I'm sure it's gonna give me some good food later on. Now these right here, I think, are my tomatoes that didn't make it, but the stem is still in the ground. So let's see if it just let's see what happens, you know. So I don't want to get rid of them yet. This one right here, you guys, again, I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's another tomato or what, but this is basil right here. It did give us basil. The basil was pretty good. We also got broccoli. The broccoli was pretty nice, but I didn't harvest it on time. But I did eat the leaves, you guys. I didn't know you could eat the leaves from the broccoli, and you guys, really, I think I prefer the leaves than the broccoli itself. I don't know, but it's all good. I'll eat as much of it as I can. Now here we had like some we wanted some lettuce, right? And you guys, I'm not really fancy about eating. So we got some good lettuce, some arugula, whatever. And I did not like this stuff. It's a little too fancy for me. But the plant itself, you guys, wants to keep giving me more and more. So we just keep cutting it back because we don't really eat it, you know. So I mean, I would give it to somebody who wants to eat it, you know. So we just keep cutting it back. Now over here, this spot right here, this is like a big stone underneath this, and there's huge rocks down here because I've moved all this dirt before. Yeah. So I know there's big rocks underneath. So we have to do it like this, or a planter. And I'm gonna show you the planters that I'm gonna use for some of the spots back here. But this is gonna be cool because right here I plan to put corn, because you can only do one stalk, you know. So like corn, and we plan to put like some sugarcane, sunflowers, stuff like that, you know, that take up a lot of space for one little tree. Now moving on, you guys, you see we had made some more holes, and there's holes all over the place. I'm not used to them, so I keep falling into them. So I hope I could put my finish off my garden soon so I don't get hurt back here. Now here's our little work area right here. This is where we have our what's it called, like a little boneyard of these I don't know what you call them, these little wheelbarrows. There you go, the wheelbarrows. Oh, and I got water in this one. I'm gonna have to come back and fix this today. But yeah, these are actually the one that works. And these are still good. I just have to fix them, you guys. I'll fix them later. Right now we're just putting the dirt in it so we could clean out some of the dirt, because I made a mess of it. I put mulch in it. Don't do that, you guys. It will rot everything out. All right, and this is our our shed. Actually, let me show you something real quick, you guys. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I can't find it, but I was gonna show you the food. Oh, here we go. So there's the food that I got, and this is just an all-purpose food. This is the first one that we got, but I'm gonna get one that's like just for vegetables and stuff like that, and these I'll just kind of use for the other stuff, like for some other stuff, you know. But yeah, you guys, this is really good. Easy. It's just easy. You just throw it on there. You don't have to dilute it, nothing like that, you know. So I really I'm really looking forward to see how this works, you guys, before I can make a recommendation for you guys and all. But yes, now moving on here, you guys, we do have a pretty good sized driveway here, like RV parking or something, but I ain't got no RV or a boat or anything like that, and I really don't think I will ever get one. So I'm probably just gonna put some more plants back here. Now these are my pots, you guys. You know, I got some pretty nice pots. I was excited to put stuff in them, but I couldn't grow very successfully in them with the system that I'm using. But these are the pots that I'm going to use. These right here, they're stackable pots. And this where I'm going to put all my strawberries and food and stuff like that. You see, you just keep doing them and they'll stack up really high. Now you guys, this is the end of my garden. Now we're going back out to the front. But you guys, I really wanted to show you this the garden right now, how it looks, because once we put everything back in the ground, well, once we plant everything in the ground, this whole place is going to look very different. So I also, like I mentioned before, this is the desert, so I want you to see that we could grow stuff out here in the desert. And the stuff that I will be growing, I'll bring you another video, show you how much this place has changed. I hope you like the little tour of my garden here, you guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope to bring you the next one and more videos on how to do certain stuff, go more into detail into certain things. All right, you guys, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, you guys. Oh, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.